Good evening, RDA family and anyone else who might be watching. Tonight's pep talk is not as much of a pep talk, but also a new campaign that we're just launching, which is basically trying to get real adverse reaction stories to the right people. So we have identified 6 journalists for mainstream media outlets who we have noticed have been posting somewhat empathetic articles towards the freedom movement and what we're going through with the coercion and the discrimination and the apartheid and all of those things. So we've got their email address, we've got their actual addresses, and we think that it is best if you can handwrite, if possible. If not, type it out and print it out and actually post it to these people, because then you know that they're going to open it and they're going to read at least 2 lines of it. And we think these 6 journalists have some conscience left and they're actually trying to do a good job. So how great would it be if they got 100 adverse reaction stories written directly to them? It's going to be hard for them to ignore it. And if they have a true journalistic bone in their body, then they won't be able to help themselves. They're going to have to write about one of them at least. So I know for a fact that we have over 50 adverse reaction stories in our database, and I'm sure there's a lot more out there. So the link is in the description of this video. You can see all the addresses there. If you've had an adverse reaction, please consider sharing your story. You can write the letter and be anonymous if you want, but of course that won't carry as much weight and they won't be able to contact you to ask more questions. But your voices deserve to be heard, your stories deserve to be told. And by telling your story, you might save a life. And by telling them these stories, they will get to see what's really going on behind the scenes. A lot of these journalists have obviously had the injections, hopefully by their own choice. But they still surely are open to real news. And news like this would get a lot of views, it would get a lot of clicks, which is what, mainstream media journalists are looking for. So I'm going to put the link in the description of this video. And if you feel inspired to share your story or share someone else's story, go ahead, post them a snail mail like the good old days. And just remember, we've got to get the word out there, because if we can just stop 1 or 2 people from getting sick in some way, especially children, then it's going to help. If one of these stories can get on mainstream media, we could save a lot of children from getting an unapproved and untested medical procedure. So yeah, that's it for me today, guys. Have a great day. Stay strong, stay focused. Don't worry, we're getting there. I just released the video, the SOS thank you video, to the over 20 countries that participated. Go ahead and have a look at that if you want to. It's on all my profiles. Anyway, have a good evening. Bye.